Welcome, everybody. The highly anticipated video is about to play. This weekend has been filled with amazing, amazing events. So we didn't have a chance to see what all the children's department were doing, the high school, and they didn't get to see what we were doing. Well, we were just sitting here. But hopefully we'll see more pictures of them. But thank you to, is it Sebastian in the back? And that crew for all the video. So enjoy.
Time to create our bodies.
Jesus wants us all to exercise.
This one for now. Oh. Guys.
Like that. No.
I don't know, you guys
Steady. Guys, this camp meeting could not have happened without just this church, this leadership, our speakers, but definitely just want to appreciate starting with our children's ministry, our coordinator, Michelle, for all her leadership, all her time, a lot of texting, emailing going on back and forth, a lot of questions, and we just didn't know how this weekend would turn out, but with her in charge and her leaders, I was like, man, it's gonna be really good, so praise God. She wants to come up and thank a few people. Let's give her a round of applause, though, for her leadership.
VBS was such
a blessing when you hear children saying, "We don't want VBS to end," that they had such a good time, you know that the Spirit was at work. You know, VBS is such a labor of love. It really takes a lot of time and dedication, and I could not have pulled this together without the most amazing team of teachers. Beginning in May, when we were on our national parks trip and we found out that we were doing VBS for camp meeting, we started these Zoom conference meetings, actually on Microsoft Teams, but every 2 weeks we would meet, we would discuss ideas, we were trying to create a good program that would be beneficial for their spiritual lives and be applicable, and as a team, we were able to do the Armor of God theme. And I really believe that even from cradle roll all the way up to high school, I pray that everything that the children have learned, be it through the spiritual application of what it means to put on the armor, to the health aspects. I don't know if you guys have seen kids blowing straws with the lungs inflating. There were crafts even within the health department that Alina worked really hard to put together, to the crafts, to just everything. I know that the teachers worked super, super hard. So I want to actually highlight some of the things that each teacher did really quickly, and I'd like to call them up so you know what they were responsible for. Cradle Roll was coordinated by Lindsay Quinones. Lindsay, can you stand? I don't mean to embarrass my teachers, but you know, she was responsible for designing our logo. Do you see the Armor of God logo out there? It looks so professional. Lindsay spent a lot of time and effort designing logos, not only for the younger kids, but the shield logo for the older ones. And I am so grateful. She offered, she was like, "Would you like me to design a logo?" We were like, "Yes, please." And so everything that you see on the t-shirts, she designed. So Lindsay, thank you so much. She was also in charge of the Cradle Roll program. And as you guys know, these littles need a lot of manipulatives and songs to keep them entertained and focused, and she went above and beyond to create these special manipulatives for each song, for the Armor of God and health. So I'm so, so thankful for Lindsay. So I'm gonna call Lindsay up really quickly here. And I have something I'd like to give to her. Thank you so much. Our next team, and this was truly a team effort, because beginning from primary all the way up to early teen, we had this amazing rotation going where kids were going to health class, then going to their spiritual lesson Bible class, and then coming to crafts. And this team put forth so much effort in preparing materials, in just making sure that the lessons were well coordinated, and they worked hard to prepare solid, wonderful lessons for our kids. And so this team that I want to call up next is Primary Director Susie. Please stand. Oh no, it was Jenny. Jenny, please stand. She was junior, sorry. Jenny, is Jenny here? Jenny, yes. Come on up, Jenny. She was in charge of doing the Bible lessons for the primary class. She was one we pulled in just a couple weeks ago, and she was so willing, even with the little baby and her busy schedules. Jenny, come right here. And then we had our junior leader, Susie. Would you please stand? And she did a wonderful job with all of the junior kids. Come on up. And then Kathy. Is Kathy here? Kathy, please come on up. Kathy was in charge of our early teens, and what an amazing curriculum she put together. Our health teacher is actually working. That was Alina, and she did health for all the grades. She worked so hard, so I will make sure I appreciate her at a later time. But teachers, you were awesome, and I have something for you too. Thank you guys so much. I just appreciate it. Thank you so much. Last but not least, we have high school. You know, VBS does not go all the way up to high school, but our church always makes sure to have a solid, spiritual, practical program for our high school students. And Eunice always goes above and beyond to make sure that this program is one that can really bless the high school students and draw them closer to Jesus. She mentioned that when she called for students who were wanting to do Bible studies, there were even students who went up and put their name on the board. And so Eunice, I'm so thankful for all that you do. Is she here? She's over there. Okay, she's still working to the very last. I have something for her too. Can we all just give a round of applause for Eunice? John, will you accept for Eunice? You know, behind every hardworking church woman is a dedicated husband. Really, John, my husband, Key, shout out to all of you husbands Eric was another one for Lindsay. Shout out to all of you husbands for working so hard, helping with the kids so that we can help to serve the others, so thank you. Last but not least, there is somebody who every single VBS works so diligently to provide t-shirts for our church. You know, I'm not going to cry here. You know, Christina, every single VBS, she is there to give of her time, her efforts. She donates these t-shirts. So all of the t-shirts that your children, your leaders have received is because of her kindness and her generosity. And she, 2 weeks ago, we weren't even sure if we were going to do t-shirts, and I wasn't going to ask her because I know how hard she works every single time. And so I was just asking her for information because I was going to take care of it. And she was like, Michelle, I've got it. Just give me all the shirt sizes. And she took care of everything. She made sure that the t-shirts came on time. We were in a tight time crunch, barely 2 weeks, and she made sure they were here. She ordered extra so that all of our kids and our staff could enjoy. So, Christina, Ani, we are so thankful for you. We love you. Please come up. I have something for you as well. All of the kids wrote thank you cards for her, so this is just part of our love. You are awesome. Thank you so much. Okay.
I guess Eunice isn't here, but wanted to call up Ellie. You know, this weekend our focus was on witnessing, you know, one life to live, one life to give, outreach, you know, you have one job, you know, so many different mottos that we need to live by. But I thought, you know, for outreach, and I know Michelle, they had an awesome, vibrant nursing home outreach. For the door-to-door outreach, it's never popular. It's never something that you feel comfortable, even myself, right? After you do it for a while, you still don't feel comfortable sometimes. But I was like, man, who can I put in charge for outreach? Who has the enthusiasm? Who has the logistical mind to plot the routes? And of course, Ellie Kim came to mind. So just give Ellie a round of applause for his efforts. But he also wanted to just share just briefly what happened at outreach.
All right. Yeah, I saw those pictures of the nursing home. I was like, wow, I wish that looked like fun too. I love doing that too, just spending time with elderly who are so wise and just want to spend time with people. I saw that when you went to the rooms, I guess, too, and the kids I'm sure they were just lit up with excitement. But when we were going door to door, I remember I asked him, how many do you expect, you know? And it's usually around 10%, right, of the whole group. And so I was thinking, well, yeah, that's usually the case. So I actually planned routes for, you know, just in case I had some extra routes, and it was I thought maybe at most we'll have 20-something, you know, people. But I made enough for 40-something. And I feel bad because I should have made routes for more, because I made something for 40-something, and guess how many came? 48 came. And it was enough, we had exact enough amount of routes exactly for who was there. And I was thinking of the story of Elijah, with the oil, the jars of oil, and how many empty jars she brought, they were filled. And I guess I should have created more routes. But yeah, so we had 360 homes that were knocked on, and that's pretty amazing in an hour period. And out of that, usually 50% are not home. So it was around, that was pretty much the average, but we strategically made it so that if they're not home, we had door hangers for them where we're going to return. We have a little note saying that here's a book, please read it, and how amazing this book is. Read it, and we'll be back to discuss the book with you in a few weeks. So that's our strategy, and there were some very discouraging visits, but there were some uplifting visits. But the discouraging ones, after listening this morning with Beth, or Pam, she shared how it changed the perspective. We had a person who, she was just so angry that we were there. She said, "Can you please leave?" And your heart feels like kind of angry sometimes at them at first. And I was with a young man who's never gone door to door in his life. Actually, he's not even like really Christian, he said. But he was coming along because of a friend. And I felt discouraged for him a little bit. And Pam was saying that when this happens to her, she's always thinking, first thing she thinks of is, wow, what's going on in their lives that they're so mean? I gotta pray for this person, And I think we all learned, as we went door to door, we learned these things. We were blessed, I think, more than the people we were going to reach. So I think everyone was blessed for doing it. We're gonna do it more at our church here because of this camp meeting event, and it's a blessing, I think, for our church. So thank you, Tom.
Eunice is here. You're late, Eunice.
So I would like to praise God, first of all, for the opportunity to spend time with the high school students. And as I entreated your prayers in the beginning, so we have 4 students who have signed up to have Bible studies, to learn more about God, so we give God all the glory.
Is Sarah here? Yes, Sarah, just come on up. Thank you so much for just leading out the special music, the praise. The music itself was ministry, and we just could not have done that without you. I don't know if you want to say something.
So, what is worship without music, right? And we do it because we love the Lord and because we want to praise Him, because we love music. And it can be such a tool to reach hearts, right? But I do want to thank my team. Can you all stand? Lauren Chung, Joanna Youngbin, Nathan, Isabella, Bobby, are they all here? Please stand. We've been practicing. Lauren was spearheading the group. We've been practicing for a few weeks, as with all the choir members. We've been practicing ever since we decided that we're going to have ECKCM. So it took hours of dedication and practice. So thank you.
There's a guy who I call Mr. Behind the Scenes that has really been my go-to guy during this entire experience of planning just in a few months. After we found out camp meeting was closed, or was not happening at Johnstown, immediately I think the first person I called was Jake. And I said, "Jake, can we do it in Collegedale?" And where's Jake? He has been so helpful, so you don't need to come up because you're always behind the scenes, just stay back there. No, just come on up real quick, or are you not able to come up? Come on. Yeah, come on. Who is the man behind the curtain? Come on. He's coming. Jake. No, I'm kidding. So,
as you can see, shh, quiet, please. No, I want to thank the AV team, because without them, we would not be able to stream, do the slides and everything. So Jared, Sebastian, Sean, and then the high school students that also helped too. So without them, we can't do this.
I'll get you a mic.
Well, I have the wonderful privilege of thanking certain people, but I want to start off with thanking Tom. Tom and Susie, thank you so much. They, admin honestly didn't do much at this camp meeting. We left it in Tom's capable hands and Collegedale leadership. We thank you all so much for your hospitality, your talent, your love for Jesus. We really, really appreciate it. Secondly, I want to appreciate our wonderful speaker, Calvin Kim. Can you come up, please?
Calvin, come on up.
Thank you so much. I can honestly say on behalf of all of you, I think we were all inspired and really just have that fire to share the gospel that we all feel a little uncomfortable with doing, but you gave us that inspiration by your stories and your testimony and your love for Jesus. So thank you so much. We appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Calvin, on behalf of the leaders and ECKCM, we have a gift for you. It says, "Be strong and courageous." It's Joshua 1:9. And when I think of Calvin, you know, the F5 guy, but the guy that is so bold for his faith in Jesus, I thought this was fitting for you. And we actually had a lot of leaders sign it in appreciation. So we thought it was a great idea. You can just carry this with you as a conversation piece. And now you have a bouquet of flowers as well. So you have lots to talk about to that poor soul that's going to be sitting next to you on the plane. So here it is for Cal. Let's give him one more round of applause.
You guys have been so gracious. I love all of you guys, and I can just only give the praise to God. You know, I'm just humbled that God allows me to, have this kind of a platform to share His goodness and His grace. So I just really praise the Lord. So want to see all of you guys in heaven. We're going home soon.
Thank you so much, Collegedale, the leadership, Pastor Yang, Billy, all the leadership here at Collegedale. Thank you for the people, Sean's dad, and Sean as well. Sean's dad, he led out the amazing potluck yesterday, and Ashley was there, and so many of the samonims here, right, the deaconesses, everyone in the back. Everyone, if that helped out for meals, please stand up. Give them, stand up. This is your chance. Exercise. Stand up. Thank you so much. And I can't say we'll see you next year here because we won't be here, right? The leaders are like, well, we don't want to be here. Hopefully we'll see you guys at Johnstown next year. Thank you so much. God bless. And let's just pray with closing prayers. Pastor Yang here. Pastor Yang, can you close us with prayer? And then I believe we'll have our final lunch after this.
Translation? No. Can you translation in English? Yeah, Sarah. I need a translation for prayer. Let's pray. 하늘에 계신 하나님 아버지,
Dear Father in heaven,
이 시간 저희를 말씀으로 인도해 주셔서 감사합니다.
we thank you for leading us by your word.
참 복된 시간들을 보냈습니다.
It's been a blessed time,
그리고 우리가 갈 때가 되었습니다.
and now it is time for us to
아버지,
adjourn.
말씀을 우리 마음 가운데 받아갑니다.
You have written your word in our hearts.
우리가 세상으로 다시 나갑니다.
We are going back out into the world.
우리를 축복하여 주시옵소서.
We pray for your blessings.
예수님 이름으로 기도합니다.
In Jesus' name I pray.
아멘.
Amen.